Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. So I've been kind of thinking about what I want to do with my channel and what direction I want to go. I've had this channel for a while. I have 72 wonderful subscribers, and I don't know why I'm looking that way. Hello. 72 wonderful subscribers, and I thank each and every one of you. You guys are amazing. Some of you comment a lot on my videos, and I appreciate it. But my channel as a whole just kind of, there's sporadic stuff here and there, just a mishmash of stuff, which is pretty much my life anyways, so it'll probably continue to go that way, but I do want to kind of have some more themed things, like I'm doing the Big Brother thing right now, which I did not film for this week, but whatever. So this video is going to be first in a new series I'm going to do. I'm not sure what I'm going to title it, so if you guys have any ideas, let me know. As you may or may not know, I have a 14-and-a-half-year-old son. He started his freshman year of high school this year. A little backstory, me and his father are divorced. He primarily lived with his father from age 3 until 14. It started with I just seen him every other weekend, then I went to every week, and then towards the beginning of this year, shortly after his 14th birthday, he's probably 3 months or so in, he came to live with me full time. And so we finished out the school year where he was, and now he's a freshman, and so we have transferred schools. He also has been diagnosed with Aspergers, ADHD, and bipolar tendencies. So the series that I am starting is going to be a series for moms, for caregivers, for siblings, for maybe this is you. Maybe you're dealing with it yourself. But kind of a little spot here, a little corner of YouTube that we guys can all come together and just talk about, you know, how it's affecting us, how we feel, whatnot. So, as I said, this week school started, and my son doesn't necessarily show emotions like most children, young adults, would do. Like, nervousness to him may appear as anger. It may become outbursts. It may be odd behavioral type things that you might see him doing. Or it may be him pulling his hair, pacing, or, I mean, every emotion for him looks different. And even the same emotion can appear different each time he may have that emotion, if that makes sense. Like if he's nervous, maybe one time it's the hair pulling type thing, and the next time it's a outburst, I hate you, and he's just angry. So when he, back up a smidge, when he moved in with me full time, I was able to get him into, he was already seeing a psychiatrist, which is the one that prescribes medicines. I always get them mixed up. He was seeing the one that's able to prescribe medicines, but we didn't have an actual therapist that he was seeing because it was hard to, with my schedule and my ex-husband's schedule, to not necessarily make appointments, but to keep them. I would make them, they'd be canceled. He would make them, I wouldn't know. So now that I'm more 100% there, I was able to get him back into that. So we've been doing that toward all of the end of last school year and all through the summer, and now we're starting school. So he has helped us really, and my son, really help him identify and verbalize what feeling it is that he's feeling. And we, and the other end of that, have been able to really realize that, you know, hey, each time he's feeling this is going to be different. We need to react differently, and so forth. So then comes school, new school. We've got a new school that, you know, he's, for the last 8 grades, he's been in the same school district. So we've been pulled. Even when his father and I were doing shared custody every other week, that week that I had him, I was driving 25 minutes to take him to that school. I apologize that I keep looking this way. I've moved my camera. So he's always had that security blanket. He always had them people. He may not have liked the people there, but he knew the people there. So this summer, I sent him to summer school at the new school that he'd be attending. It's a much larger school. He's going from a class of like 100 to a class of like 300. So it's a much bigger school. So I put him in the summer school there so he could just kind of get a feel and maybe make a couple friends, which he did. He met a few kids. And ironically, a few kids that he ran into, he used to go to school in years past, and somewhere along the line, different grades, maybe 5th grade, 6th grade, them children have moved and they're here. So he's got some familiar faces that he used to know. Now, so he was like, whatever, I really don't want to go to school, but he finally realized there was not a choice. He was registered, he was going. His dad, few and far between visits that he's had, has expressed no interest of him coming back there. So he kind of figured out he's staying here, and that's that. I, on the other hand, as his mom, who has always tried to be, you have to be an advocate for your child, completely nervous. New school, I didn't know how they were going to act to him. I didn't know how he was going to act with them. I was concerned about what type of outbursts he might be having and how they were going to react to those outbursts. He does have an EIP, or is it an IEP? IEP, an individualized educational program or something like that. And in that it details like what type of behavior goals he has that we want to correct, as well as educational goals, like some things he's not necessarily functioning at a freshman yet level. So it has been a mad rush for me to figure out the school system, figure out the order of how the people work, because like his old school, if you had a problem, you just walked into the school. Well, this school district is so large, like walking into school is going to get you nowhere, because there's an actual whole different building in a different part of town that is the actual like school district that you would go to for things. They have guidance and stuff out there at the high school, but the head of all of those departments is in another location, which I didn't know. So it took a while for me to figure out where all we were going. So it was a scramble for the week before school. We were able to get the IEP meeting going, get it re-evaluated to more of a high school level instead of a middle school and even borderlining on elementary school level. So we got that done. He was able to go meet a couple of his teachers, things of that nature, and then school started this week. It was really cool when we dropped him off. The freshmen started by themselves that morning, and they had like the red carpet out for them, and every kid that walked in the school, the teachers and the principals and everything were there applauding them and welcoming them to the school. And the school mascot was there, and it was really cool. And actually, as I was dropping him off, I did my best, to just try and be the cool mom of the freshman kid. But I shed a tear or two. I shed a tear for the fact that I have a high schooler. I shed a tear for the fact that when he got out of the car, he was just like, "Bye, Mom. Have a great day. I love you." That sometimes is a big deal, because normally I'm not hearing the love word. I get the end of all his anger and everything, which is just, how it is for us. So that was a big thing. I shed a tear because I was scared as hell for him, honestly. Was he going to have a good day? Was he going to make friends? Was he going to have trouble? And the way that they worked out the first day was in the morning they were by themselves and they ran their whole schedule. Then they had lunch, and then the upperclassmen came and they ran the whole schedule a second time. When I picked up Tucker from school, he informed us he hadn't had lunch. He missed it somewhere along the line. Come to find out later, as I look at online, he did indeed have lunch. He just, because it was 2 school days for him, he lost it somewhere in the day there. But he did have lunch. So, I was nervous, and to be straight honest, I was on my phone. I had my phone all day, and I was just like, do I have a text? Do I have a phone call? Has he called me? Is he okay? Because the last school he was at, they habitually, like all day long, I hope that was the right word, all day long was sending me text alerts or emails letting me know, hey, he's having a good day, he's having a bad day, he's okay, whatever. That's just how it was there. And so I just said, I'm like, so nervous. And I picked him up from school, and he got in the car, and I'm like, how was your day? It was good. Any problems? Nope, I'm good. I'm like, okay. That was Tuesday, and it is now Friday, and there's been a few grades put in the grade books, and from middle school, where he came from 8th grade, he finished out the year with all D's except for 1B, I believe it was. And we have started out the year, and he's getting an A+ in biology. I know it's only a weekend, but this is a huge thing. It's an A+ in biology. He's getting an A+ in English, which he just didn't get English before, and he is failing government and society, but he knows why. It's because he hasn't handed in his homework. And we're trying to teach him, he's never had to do an assignment notebook before, and that's part of a grade that he has to do that every day. So we're working on that. We're working on, he takes a snack at the beginning of the week. I have a box, and it's broken down. Like, they're not the healthiest snacks. Like, this week was chocolate chip cookies, but I put like 5 in each baggie, so he had 1 each day, because his lunch break is, his lunch, he has breakfast here at 7:20. He doesn't have lunch until 12:40. That's a long time, especially for a kid like mine with the little bit of, if even a little bit of hunger. And he can, that just, you get hungry, you get hangry, they call it. And a young adult like mine that I have, that can really become a behavioral issue, which then can affect his education. So we've implemented that, and he did really good, and remembered to bring that container home today without me reminding him, and he comes out of school every day, and he's happy, and he's said to me twice this week that I think is really good that I've changed schools. I think this is going to be really good for me. Yesterday he came in the door, and he's like all excited because the English grade has posted, and he's getting an A+. And I'm like, great, great job. I am so happy with you, and we're really stressing the positive reinforcements. And hopefully in time we can change some of the behaviors he has, both through medication and behavioral modification, and just in a difference of how we're approaching him. I mean, this is a learning, the whole diagnosis pyramid that he is under is a learning curve, not just for him. I mean, he is the middle, and he is what we are trying to get. So he is okay. But there's the doctors, there's the teachers, there's the family, and then there's him in the middle. And we've got to all be able to circle him and help him be the best that he can be. And we are noticing that with them 3 things that we're really focusing on, we've been able to decrease the medication. He's not off of medication, but he's decreasing, and he's doing okay. So, I feel like I'm rambling now. I'm starting to ramble, but this video really is, it's this series that I'm trying to do. It's for everybody in that triangle, including the little guy in the middle that we're all trying to help. And hopefully, by the end of this, that triangle can open, and he can be out, and he'll be fine, So that is our back to school week. He did fine. He did freaking fantastic. I am so proud of him. And that F he's getting in government, he knows exactly why. He knows what he needs to correct. And I think that when he walks into school, Monday is a holiday, so when he walks into school Tuesday, that is going to be corrected. I mean, he's happy. He's got a mindset he can do this. He's taken some classes that he really, is looking forward to. He got to pick his electives. This is a whole new ball game, and I think he's got a little group of friends going that I think are a much better group of friends. And that is that. I'm sorry. I know I've looked this way 15 billion times in this video, and it's going to be distracting. I'm sorry. I don't know how I got this thing upside down. But yeah, so if you are a caregiver, whether it be educational, medical, family, what is on my hand? Whatever type of caregiver you are, or maybe you yourself are, a freshman or in any grade, and you switch schools, or just the school year in general is a stressor for you. I hope you watch this video, and I hope you see that we're here for you. We're here to help you support I'm here to help you support that person in your life that needs that extra support. I'm here to support you if you need that extra support in your life. Like, just going to my son's therapy, I have learned so much. It's really like almost like family therapy. Like, it was originally designed for him to help him just express himself. But I go in every session and we sit down and we talk about things and how we're going to approach things. So I'm really learning. And just know that there are people that care, if you're the one that is dealing with this, people care about you. And if you feel like you're being hovered on, odds are you probably are, especially by your mom and your close family, because we care about you. And so I'm learning I need to step back. And I'm sure the people that are around you are going to realize, maybe they just need to step back and help, and you will take off and you will soar, and, life will be great. And so, but anybody, whatever role you play in this whole scenario, I'm here. I really am. I mean, I think it is something that doesn't get talked about enough. It doesn't get addressed enough. And the circle of people that are in, or the triangle, I guess I was calling it before, of people that are in this trying to help, that triangle can get bigger. It can get larger, and it should. I mean, it shouldn't be this little tiny little, triangle of little, one person here, here, and here trying to help. Like, it takes a village. It really does, and it takes a lot of support, and it takes support for the caregivers as well. I mean, I couldn't be able to help my son as much as I'm starting to be able to if it wasn't for the support I get from my family, as well as the medical staff that are helping, and the educational staff that are just, I'm supporting them, they're supporting me. We're all kind of going around and giving this hug where it needs to be, but not too tight that we're strangling him and he feels like he can't go anywhere and is going to get lost in the system. Oh my gosh, this is a 17-minute video. It's going to take forever to upload. I am so sorry, but I'm very passionate about this. So please, whatever situation you are in, if you want to reach out to me, go ahead. I will have my email down below. That if that's the best way you want to chat with me, you can, as well as you post it in the comments. Let's all be a support for everybody. I mean, that's really what this community needs. This you can call it mental illness, because it is. I mean, it's a problem. It's a problem with the chemicals and such in your head and stuff. So this community needs more support, and we lose too many children all the time because they're not getting the support and they feel like there's nowhere for them. So I think that's one of the other big things I've really come to learn, is that they need that support, as well as the caregivers. I mean, I don't know what the statistics are. I don't have that in front of me. I don't pretend to be a doctor, but I'm sure there are a few caregivers that just, as well, they just can't do it and they become overwhelmed, and sadly they may take a different approach to getting themselves out of that situation. But mostly it's the kids. 14, gonna be 15. He's my baby, and I want to make sure he's okay. And all of you guys too, if you're watching this, if you feel like you have nobody, please reach out to anybody, me, and anybody. Talk to somebody, because you're important and you matter, and you are here on this earth, religious beliefs or none. You're here on this earth for a reason, and please let you give yourself the time to find that reason and to use it, show it, help, whatever you're I don't want to get too deep into it, but there's a purpose. Give yourself the time to find the purpose, and if you are struggling in any way, reach out to me, any teachers, family, a stranger. If you are not feeling comfortable in your family, if you got the worst family life ever, go to Starbucks, sit down with somebody, and just be like, hey, I don't know you, but I need to talk. Can you do that? And hopefully if somebody approached me like that and said, you know, I don't have anybody, I need somebody to talk to, I'm listening. Because I know more people need to listen and help. So that is it for this video, you guys. Please give it a thumbs up and please subscribe. It's free. And we can get my channel bigger, and the bigger my channel is, the bigger we can spread this message. So I'm not here for the money. I'm definitely not here for the money. Gosh, please. I'm just here, and I think this is a new message I'm going to be giving, a new series I'm doing. And so we're a week into school. This isn't going to be a weekly update, but maybe a monthly update on how he's doing and how we're doing as a family, how the caregivers are doing, and things of that nature. So thank you guys so much for watching, and like, subscribe, chat in the comments, and let me know what you think the name, what we should call this series. I don't know. I'll probably have some type of title, obviously, for when I post this, but that doesn't mean that can't be edited to an actual series name. So, alright guys, I'm done rambling. Sorry about keeping looking this way. I am so sorry. Bye guys.